So you may well have seen in the press over the past few days some horror stories about travelling through Palma Airport. We've seen a lot of queues, a lot of congestion going through security. So I'm hoping this video is actually going to put your mind to rest. It shouldn't be as bad as we have seen over the past few days, but let's see. Okay, so we're just travelling with hand luggage today. Never really take check-in luggage. I can do without the queues, and we're just going for a few days over Easter. Let's go and head on through security. So let's just take a quick look at the departure board here. I can't see any delays on the flights this morning. I can see lots of last calls, but no delays whatsoever. Now, when we do see a lot of press on the run-up to any major holiday and we see the departure gates, we see security crowded, it can be a little bit off-putting if you've got a holiday coming up this summer. Now I know I've got many subscribers who are literally dreading the flight over the summer, but I want this video to hopefully show you it's not as bad as it looks every single day over here at Palma Airport. Now obviously with the run up to Easter we've got a lot of travellers heading out today. It's the Thursday before the Easter weekend, it's going to be busy, but I'm hoping we do not see the crowds that we've seen in the press recently. And security is busy, and you can see the queues are backing up to the entrance of the E-gate entry points. And it's very, very slow getting through. So it's taken about half an hour to get through security this morning, which is actually quite a long time. It's the longest wait we've had at security, but it's not too bad. If you get to the airport in good time, you'll be able to get through. Okay, we're going to head on now through Terminal A. We're going to go and see what passport control is like this morning. Okay, so after the initial queues over in security, I'm actually quite surprised to see that this main area just outside of duty free isn't actually that busy. Normally during the summer months it's actually quite packed, and over the summer you always see these restaurants that are absolutely chock-a-block full too, but not today. Now, there's been rumour in the press of people working to rule, possible strike action at the airport, which we haven't heard anything about. So it's interesting why those queues at security were just so long, when really it doesn't look like there are that many people travelling. Anyway, we're going to head on now into the direction of Terminal A, and we're going to see what it's like getting through border control. Okay, so I was told that Terminal A was going to be opening today on the 27th. It's not. I can see we're boarding over in Terminal C, and it's already boarding like an hour and 20 minutes before the flight, so I think we're going to head on over there quite quickly. I suspect they're going to be awful queues actually, so we're going to head over there at high speed. Now, I have read in the press that they've recommended getting to the airport 3 hours in advance of your flight. We got here 2.5 hours in advance of our flight, and we haven't really hung around too much. So I'm a little bit worried about what we're going to see over in Terminal C. If you followed my flights over Christmas, you're going to know that just with a very, very small border checkpoint with just a couple of policemen working, the queues there got very, very long. So I'm really hoping that we do not see that today, although I do suspect that we will. It's a morning flight, so we've got a lot of flights going out in these first couple of hours of the morning, and as you can see we've got quite a few people coming in too. Now, you may well have seen my accessibility video which I put out just a few days ago. If not, go and check it out. I do recommend, if you do have problems walking long distance, that you do get special assistance at the airport. This airport's pretty big. It's quite a walk to get to whichever gate, particularly down to the far end of Terminal C. Oh, for goodness sakes. Now, as you now come through the airport really frequently, I mean, we have to, otherwise we never get off the island, but we were racing for the wrong flight because actually, and this is not often that this happens, there's 2 flights going out to Bristol this morning and we were running for the wrong one. We're on EasyJet this morning, not on Ryanair, thank goodness. Okay, so that was a huge panic about nothing this morning. Admittedly, security was super slow going through. It took us half an hour to get through the gate and completely clear security. So if you are coming over, particularly if you've got bags to check in, just maybe give it an extra half an hour on your flight. So get here about 2.5 hours beforehand. Some of the airlines are now advising 3. I don't think it's necessary, not at least right at the moment either. Hopefully the airport will sort out whatever problems it's having with regards to personnel on the security area as we go on into the summer. Now, coming through security just now, through border control, where we show our passports, there's literally nobody there. So we got through in milliseconds. So that was a huge relief because, well, we've all seen the media reports, we've seen the photos, and all I have to say is that sometimes the chaos isn't going to be every single day, and not every single flight is going to be like that. And today you can see that we've got lucky. And we are going to keep seeing stories in the press, particularly over Easter, about long queues at the airports, at security or border control. But please don't worry too much. It can't be like this every single day going through the summer. But I was told that Terminal A was going to be opening up today. Obviously you can see it hasn't, so we're back down here at the far end of Terminal C. But when we're coming back into the island, we should be coming back through Terminal A. So don't forget to consider subscribing if you haven't done so already and you want to catch that video and you want to see what it's like. Okay, I'm going to go and see if our flight's on time. We should be boarding pretty soon. Fingers crossed it goes out on time. We haven't got any delays. I can't see any delays here at the airport this morning. You would have thought it would have been absolute chaos here just in advance of the big Easter weekend, but it's not. So don't always believe what you read in the papers. It's not always as bad as you read. Anyway, let's go and check out the flight. So just turning the camera around here, this could well be our flight coming in. We are getting an EasyJet back to Bristol. If it is, it's really on time, which is absolutely fantastic news. And yep, that looks like our flight is coming in from Bristol. We're going to be boarding on the opposite side. So that was it, a totally uneventful flight which arrived a little bit early thanks to the wind, and we are on our way now to go and pick up our hire car. But what is this I can see at Bristol Airport? Extensive building works taking place, and I literally cannot believe it. They're following me everywhere. So join me on my return flight back to Mallorca and consider subscribing if you haven't done so already, and I shall see you on the next video. Goodbye for now.